Hey Google Assistant, was Apollo 11 mission fake?
Said the Apollo 11 moon landing was shot on a secret film set in the Hollywood Hills.
Flag was waving. Yet at the moon we don't have any air blowing around. We don't have any wind blowing around. Why is the flag waving? On July 16, 1969, a towering Saturn V rocket carrying the hopes and dreams of humanity began its journey.
3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
Ignited its engine at the Kennedy Space Center in America, and we see the towering Saturn V rocket beginning a journey that will forever change the beliefs and what we believe about the moon. It was going to change what we understand about the moon forever. Our crew consisted of 3 strong astronauts: Neil Armstrong, the commander; Buzz Aldrin, the module pilot; and Michael Collins, the command module pilot. Now, after a 4-day journey of traversing from the Earth to the moon, the lunar module, nicknamed the Eagle, landed onto the moon on July 20th, 1969. But as the Eagle descended onto the moon, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were in a critical condition because the lunar module was now trying to descend onto the moon. But it had a problem whereby the fuel that was remaining anymore to continue traversing. So what did they do? They had a critical condition at this point just because the lunar module was supposed to land at a certain site, and this site had been strewn into boulders. The commander of the lunar module, Neil Armstrong, took control of the lunar module, and he was able to take control of it manually and make it land onto the lunar space and make it land into a safe spot on the moon. And then these famous words came out of his mouth.
Listen, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
So what did they do when they reached at the moon? They didn't sleep there. They didn't drink water. They didn't do anything funny.
Hippity hoppity, hippity hopping over hill and dale. Da 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 da.
They had a mission that had taken them to the moon. They had to conduct experiments while at the moon. They collected soil samples and even planted the American famous flag at the moon. We see the flag at the moon. This means these people have reached the moon. Now they have to carry the soil and other rocks they have collected from the moon back to the earth for us to see and even study more about this. Remember, Michael Collins is still in the command module. What is Michael Collins doing at the moon? Michael Collins remained in the command module, orbiting around the space in the moon, and he was contemplating the beauty of the spaces around the moon, looking at everything around the moon. It was so amazing to his eyes. So these 2 guys, Aldrin and Neil Armstrong, made a successful walk on the moon, and their mission, I think, was now finished. What did they have to do? The lunar module had to come back in contact with the command module so that they begin their journey back to the earth. On July 24th, 1969, this module begins its journey back to the earth to bring back this information that they had collected and gathered. Even the experiments they had gathered, we needed everything, so they had to begin their journey back to the earth and bring this information. 4 days later, we see the spacecraft splashing down into the Pacific Ocean, and their mission now is successful. The Apollo 11 mission was not about just landing onto the moon, but it was about expanding the human knowledge and courage about everything we don't know about this lunar space. We had to know everything, so they gathered this knowledge. It was important for us. Everybody is waiting. Everybody's on the earth waiting. What did these people? So the Apollo 11 mission ignited a sense of wonder and exploration that still even burns within us today. We are still wondering what is at the moon. Even though we saw this information, we saw these videos that were being recorded, the images that were recorded from the moon, we still wonder what's at the moon. Is this really the moon? Can a human being survive at the moon? That's why they collected samples. That's why they collected rocks and soil from the moon to see whether human beings maybe can survive at the moon. They collected these and came with them to the earth. As we look up at the moon, we remember those who dared to dream and those who made the dream come to reality. But some people criticize these people never went to the moon, but they just got their cameras and green screen and shot videos, and then they uploaded these onto the internet to confuse people, because there is a controversy showing that the flag was waving. Yet at the moon, we don't have any air blowing around. We don't have any wind blowing around. Why is the flag waving? This is a controversy that was showing that the NASA had faked this. Was it a reality or Apollo 11 mission was fake? Who knows? But the overwhelming consensus among scientists and people who conducted experiments say that this mission was a reality, and it was one of the greatest achievements in the human history. If you want more fascinating videos of human achievement, I want you to subscribe to this channel, like and share this video. Thank you for joining us exploring through the space. I'm your host Dominic. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.